Alright, happy Glocktober, everybody. I'm actually filming this on Every Second Matters as well. So, this is a video for the 2019 round of Glocktober. Figured I'd do a little bit of history here. Glock has made some patches, and then we've made some patches. Back in 2014, Zoran and I got the idea to make Glocktober and run with it a little bit. So we contacted Glock and asked them if it was okay to play with Glocktober. They just said they wouldn't mind. I don't think they even asked, but out of courtesy, we didn't use their logo or anything. And we created this patch, and it was a bit of a collaboration, designed by committee, and we were still, it was 2014. We had not had a lot of experience with patches yet, so that's what you get. That was our patch in 2014. I don't think anybody's super proud of it or happy with it, but it got made, and it has some elements that we'll talk about. Then came 2015, and that's what this one is, right? Yeah, Marco had a fit about us saying 2014, so this one, if you can see it here, it'll say Gen 2. So right in here it says Gen 2, and this means this is the second year's patch. Actually, that's a long story. Then year 3, we went with sort of the inside. Oops. Year 3, we went with sort of the inside. When we would take one of these 2014s and cut the middles out, that's what it looked like. We took that and blended it a little bit better. We're doing PVC. This is a couple years later. So that was the next gen of Glocktober patches. You can see we had sewn some up as well. Kind of prototypes to see what colors might look like and if the design worked, and it's kind of cool. So that's the story of Glocktober. We've done some other stuff. We have sewn some things on the machine in addition to these, some really elaborate stuff that kind of goes with the Glocktober kind of theme with the girls. Super expensive to create, so we never went into production with those. And then there's been years where we haven't done anything. So this year, I dug into the archives because we need money, and I'm debating going to this rally on November 2nd, and that would require money. So I have a bunch of these Gen 2 Glocktober patches. So let's talk about the Gen 2 Glocktober patches specifically. We were back in the old days, so we had already done the 2014. You can see this is you might not be able to see, this is a sewn patch. So it's embroidered, and it's okay. It's not the greatest design in the world, but I think they accomplished a lot of detail in the pumpkin, and then in the stem even, and then this like white detailing to bring out the muzzle and everything. Pretty good. So there was a lot of detail, but it wasn't a great design. So we went with a different type of patch. This is a woven patch instead of an embroidered patch. It's see how smooth it is? It's more like the wash label in a piece of clothing. It's a more tight kind of creation, a weaving of the colored threads. Cost-wise, I don't know, it's a little bit more expensive, I guess, but it gives you this different texture, and it's a way more flimsy patch. There's nothing to it. It's like the tag on the back of a shirt or jacket or something, or a windbreaker even. So we went with a way more elaborate design, though. We had tried to do PVC, and the girl's face looked weird. It's always hard to do a girl's face in a patch, I think. So this is about as best we could come up with. Bonus points if you know who we modeled this after, whose head we took for this. Then of course we put extendos, and she's holding the little Glocks instead of beer steins. We got the Glocktober thing going on, and then the border. Now we ordered these patches, said Velcro back. Got them. I think we got them just at the beginning of October, but they had the loop Velcro on the back, so the wrong side of Velcro. I don't even know how they would produce these, why anybody would want something like this. So I don't know. That was the kind of problems you have when you're dealing with manufacturers directly, and communication issues, I guess, and not understanding. I'm going to say it's all on their fault, all on their side. But in any case, we had a whole bunch of these made, the entire shipment made, and we had to have them remade with the Velcro. Now those subsequently have sold out. I think we have like 4 or less in the store anymore. I found some in an old gun show box or something. So we had like just a few left. I don't even know if I have very many on my patch panels. We didn't make a lot and we sold them. So I had all these with the wrong kind of Velcro on the back. I also bought a whole bunch of X-Acto blades. So what we've been doing is chopping the stuff off the back, right? The Velcro, the wrong kind of Velcro off the back, and then doing two things: putting this orange Velcro, courtesy of Owl and Anchor. Hold on. Courtesy of Owl and Anchor. Owl and Anchor supplied the Gear Website store with a mess of this orange Velcro, and we've been using it on all different kinds of projects, including the back of these Gen 2 remanufactured Glocktober patches. So there's two ways that people are going to be able to identify an original Glocktober patch versus one of these remanufactured Gen 2 ripoffs. One, the original ones had black Velcro on the back because they were racist. And these have orange Velcro on the back because I got it for free, and they look like a spaz sewed it on here because I can't sew as good as whoever sewed the other ones on. So these are going to look crude, and you're going to know that I did these in our own Tucson sweatshop here. So these are going to be extra special. And because of that, they're going to cost extra amount of money because I'm trying to raise money potentially to go to all the way across the country for this rally about guns or something on November 2nd. So if you're interested in grabbing one of the patches, go for it. It's going to have some orange Allen Anchor Velcro on it, or additionally, or we've gone with the magnetic back. So this is a piece of magnet. You can see that again, it's assembled by spazes. So there's this gap at the top because there's nothing we can do. The magnet is this wide and the patch is that wide, so you're going to get a little bit of overhang, and this overhang has adhesive glue in it, probably poisonous, so don't lick it. And again, if you were to take an X-Acto blade and pick at it, it would probably come apart. So you're a genius, you figured it out. Don't pick at it and then it won't fall apart on you. Otherwise, this would be a very attractive refrigerator magnet, and you could put this on a gun safe. You could put this on a server cabinet, which is where a lot of times I used to put these, or you could put it on a toolbox or even a vehicle or something. So we've got the refrigerator magnets, and we've got the rip-off remanufactured orange Velcro Gen 2 Type 2s. And I got a mess of these. So we're going to do some stuff. Let's just say that all these Glock patches are mine because these are out of my collection literally. So these aren't going to be in the playing field. But there are going to be some cool Glock giveaways, including, well, I guess that's not really a giveaway, but these pens are giveaways. So you'll get a cool Glock pen while supplies last, but I have a lot of them. So there'll be a lot of people will get the pens. And I got so many tiny guns, so you're going to get a tiny gun while supplies last with every Glocktober Gen 2 Ripoff 2 refrigerator magnet or orange Velcro patch. So forget about these. These are just for show. These are the bait and switch. These are what's for sale. Not even these. These are old and these are out of stock too. You can't even buy this thing. This was a kit bash, so we're only talking about this part of the assortment here. Magnet, patch, free stuff. If you want to buy it, go for it. It's Glocktober. It's every second matters. Thanks for watching. I guess I'm going to let this run for like another 50 seconds. That'll hit the 10-minute mark. So let's talk about how YouTube's logarithms work. So YouTube is just a bunch of tubes like the rest of the internet. And when Al Gore set this up, he left a map, sort of like what the guy in the Matrix uses to navigate around. So if you make these videos over 10 minutes long, what'll happen is the Al Gore's rhythms will be able to add more advertisements to it. So even though this channel isn't going to get any advertisements, YouTube is going to be able to put some advertisements out there. Makes it more incentive for them, gives them more incentive to show your video. So if I were to end it right now at 9 minutes and 40 something seconds, sucker bet. If I keep labbing here for another 10 seconds and mention you're probably going to get a bunch of these lanyards, because I got like a handful of these lanyards with every purchase of a magnet or a patch, that's how you get to the 10-minute mark. Subscribe and like if you want to do that kind of stuff. Go to Patreon, support what we're doing. Grab stuff from the Gear Website store. That's what we're talking about here. The Gear Website store. Gen 2 rip-off remanufactured patches for sale expensively to fund our adventures. Thanks for watching.